Ta-da! 11:05. Messing about here on the computer. Not good. Not good. Hello? Is there anyone there? Who knows? There might be in a moment. There you are, Pat Spruce. Thank you very much, Lee. There you are. Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's just get myself in some kind of order. That's it. There I am. There I am. Hello, Pat. And good morning, Lynn Faulkner. I'll have a slip of my coffee while I'm waiting. And my very, very colourful mug. Are we all right this morning, everyone? And good morning, Sharon. Good to see you too. It is. Oh, I've been working on the newsletter this morning, filling little bits and pieces. Good morning, Heather. How's that little girlie? What a fabulous birthday she had. How's she doing though? And Benoit too, of course. How are they? All right. And it's Barbara Gordon. Good morning, Barbara. Nice glasses. $7.99, boys in Arnold. Thank you very much, Lynn Faulkner. I thought they were a bit browner to go with my brown outfit today. I've got little blacks and browns on today. So, yeah, $7.99, boys. Because I told you Mateo, didn't I, about me optician glasses. £150 on 2 pair of glasses. Goodness gracious. And there they were, gone in about less than 4 weeks, I think. The first pair, the beautiful turquoise pair, I lost within days. So, anyway, there they are, they're gone. Don't worship glasses, do we? We worship one true God. So that's who we worship. So it's sad, but there it is, isn't it? I've lost a watch as well. So that's obviously clicked off my wrist at some point when I'm carrying things in. Hey-ho. Hey-ho. Yeah, I'm a very colourful lady. Oh, hello, Heather. So she's not too bad. And you're off to camp. How lovely. That'd be great. Great. All good. That's great. All good in the neighbourhood, I think is the phrase. So welcome to St Paul's Facebook page. I haven't had a look at the news today. I usually have a little something to say about the news, and I haven't really had a look at it. I've been doing this and doing that and doing the other. I've been quite took up, as I say, with the newsletter and things to go in the newsletter. You might have something that you might like to put in the newsletter. So I'm sure if you send it to Pat, she could forward it on to our lovely Kathy. So it's November and December. So we need lots of lovely things to go in there, really, if you don't mind. We've got lots of things already, but we could do with some more. And even if you don't get put in Novembers and Decembers, then good Margaret Mason's up there as well. If you want to do something, write something, draw something, tell a story, I think we're looking for someone who could sensitively give us their thoughts on the 20th anniversary of 9/11. I don't think that's come through yet, so maybe you've got something that you know. Anything at all. Thank you, Pat. Right on cue. Anything at all that you feel would encourage each one of us, because we're here to build each other up, aren't we? And encourage one another. So that's all good. So, hey, the 20th of the 10th today. As I say, I always say it, it's flying by. It's going faster than the speed of light. It is. We're off on a starter for 10 because we're in the 10th month careering towards that C word. More and more stuff's around. If you go in restaurants now for a meal, they've got all them twinkly lights and bits of red cloth. to remind you of the C word. Oh dear, it's not good. It's not good. But anyway, I am one of those people, right? And you'll know this, where if Tesco's has got seconds left on the door, then I'm the one, before they pull the shutters down, has to run in for some such thing. I tell myself it's going to be different every year, and every year, of course, it's not. So I think a new commandment I give. So although I am getting more forward thinking, I am a work in progress. Never did I think I'd be writing articles for a newsletter that was going to come out November and December. But there we are, and there we are. Wow, Tracy Orty, howdy doody to you, girl. How are you doing? It's brilliant to see you on here, that you feel well enough to press a button. Are you inside the QMC or out? We wait in anticipation. So, I hope people think that I am getting better at my forward thinking. I'm trying, but I'm a work in progress, as we all are. Oh, you're in the city. Right. It's nice in there, isn't it? It's a bit more cosy, isn't it, I think? I haven't been in there for a long time, but it has a nice feel to it, the city, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. So, oh, that's lovely. Get in there with Visio. Bless you. I know you're a work in progress, darling, like we all are. So, hi to you. It's fabulous. So, here I am. Here we are, a work in progress, and we get better and better at it each day, don't we? So we bless me and we bless you, guys and gals, for being and trying to at least be better than you were yesterday. That's good, isn't it? It got me to thinking this morning about the commandments we follow as Christians, and speaking personally, and I hope you do too, but I try to follow them each day. So I thought we could have a little bit of reminder of those 10 commandments. So if you have an NIV, so that's a New International Version of the Bible, and it tells you what it is in the spine there. NIV, some people call it the nearly infallible version, which I quite like, really, nearly infallible. And so you'll find these if you want to Google them online. They're start at Exodus 20. And so that's like the second. Thank you. I've just seen your emails as well flash up as well, Judith. Bless you, my darling. Thank you for all the work you all do on here. Thank you, because you bless me well. So thank you. Thanks, Judith. So we're thinking about those 10 commandments, aren't we? And the first commandment, of course, is to love God, isn't it? Worship only God, it says. So we're to love the Lord our God with all our heart, with all our mind, and with all our soul. Well, I don't know about you, but that's a full-time job for me. And then we'll love our neighbour as ourselves, aren't we? So it's a tall order, isn't it? But I'm a firm believer that if we can indeed love ourselves, then we have more of a chance of loving our neighbours, don't we? Because if you feel at odds with yourself, you feel at odds with everybody else around you, don't you? If things aren't going quite according to plan, then it's not good. So love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind and soul, and love your neighbour as yourself. That's the first 2 commandments, isn't it? Whoops, where have we gone? And then what about having no gods, no other gods? Because sometimes we can have little gods, can't we, that we worship. And that can be telly, can't it? Even as something as easy as telly can be Facebook, it can be being on the laptop all the time. We get caught up with things. We can get into the wrong kind of things, and that doesn't help us to worship the one true God. We end up worshipping little gods, don't we? And they become the light of our life, and God doesn't come top, which of course is what loving the Lord your God with all your heart, mind and soul actually means, isn't it? That he has to come first, he has to come top, he has to come before anything else. And we mustn't take the Lord's name in vain and think that is as small as those little gods that we sometimes worship, isn't it? So what about, how do you do for a Sabbath? It's a work in progress. My Sabbath, it is, really. So make sure you have a good Sabbath, because it's really, really important to take good care of yourself and take time out. I need to look in the mirror when I say that sentence. Honour your father and mother, which is great if you've had good parents, isn't it? Or good carers, or people who have taken care of you. I was very loved and very cared for in my younger days. You all know the story of me and my granddad. And it's great, isn't it, when you've had that love of a good man or woman or carers or men or women, someone positive in your life that has spoken positively over you, and that really helps, doesn't it? And of course we're supposed to be kind to each other, aren't we? Not think murderous thoughts. That's a work in progress too, isn't it? And just to keep ourselves in some kind of order, really, and to only take what is ours, isn't it? And not to speak ill of people. And sometimes we go into people's houses, don't we? And we love the things that they've got, and we come home and we want to kick the dog or the cat or even the kitchen cupboard because it's not quite as we would like it, or it might be something else that we covet. But there it is, and we have to get over all that. And that's why we need those commandments. They're not suggestions, that's what J. John says. They're not suggestions that God gives us. They're his commandments, and he gave us the commandments in love. So we don't need to have any other gods before him. We don't need gods of any shape or size, right, in our lives other than the one true God. And we always need to put God first. We don't need to say statements that will bring shame on the name of God or on those around us, because that's not good either, is it? Get yourself a Sabbath day. I'm working on it. My Sabbath day is meant to be a Friday, and if you're anything like me, everything happens in everybody else's life on a Friday, right? Everything. So a fortnight ago, when I was trying to at the hairdressers, I'm at the hairdressers 1.5 hours on my day off, and excuse me, and in that time I had 2 very long phone calls while the hairdresser did what she did, and it was all work. And okay, yeah, sometimes you can say, I'm not answering the phone today, I'm not going to do that, but actually there were 2 phone calls that I just had to take. So we have to think about, don't we, what we're going to do for our Sabbath, and we have to keep that commandment for ourselves, don't we? Because if someone from the congregation, and usually you're there in name, rings me, then I'm going to pick the phone up, aren't I? Because who knows what that might be. But actually, my Sabbath should be very precious to me, precious enough for me not to pick the phone up, isn't it? And I am getting better. I'm still a work in progress. I'm a work in progress with everything this morning. So make sure you treat yourself to a good Sabbath, because that will help us, won't it? If we have a good Sabbath, it will help us. It all has a knock-on effect to love the Lord our God with all our heart, mind and soul, and love our neighbour as ourselves. And if we take time out for ourselves, then we can do that so much better, can't we? And then, of course, because we want to be the best that we can be, we'll hardly be thinking about murdering someone, or maybe looking at someone else's husband or wife and thinking what that might look like for us. We won't even give a thought to, well, I know it's not mine, but I can take it anyway because I'm just going to borrow it. And we won't speak ill of each other, will we? Because actually we're so busy having a Sabbath day and keeping our heart, mind and souls on God and trying to love our neighbour as ourselves, that actually we haven't got time to do any of those other things. So when we covet other people's things, other people's whatevers, then that's not good either. So I think probably my message this morning is about taking good care of ourselves, giving ourselves time, giving ourselves that moment. I mean, Pete's been asking me since August, when are we going away? When are we going away? When are we going away? And it's still, when are we going away? When are we going away? When are we going away? We only pop off for a Monday to Friday thing, or maybe just a few days in between that. But I allow things to get into the diary instead of more forward thinking, Wendy, penciling those days out, saying, no, there is something else in the diary, and something else is my Sabbath, which in turn creates my good well-being, which creates me in a more sound mind. A bit. So we do have to do those things, don't we? Even though sometimes they are hard, because it means that we have to trust other people to do the things that we're not going to be around to do. But I think what we have to remember is, and myself included, that God's in control. We're not in control. God's going to do it. God will sort it all out. And if it doesn't get sorted out, well, it's not the end of the world, is it? We have to set our hearts on being the best that we can be, and that is really about taking some time out and taking our days off, our Sabbath days, whatever you choose to do with them, whether that's sitting with the book, sitting with the telly, which is no bad thing, but you don't need to be doing that all the time, do you, sitting with the telly? Because it just fills your head with, and we have watched much more telly, haven't we? This last 18 months, we've watched much more telly than we ever would have done, ever in our lives, because it's filled the gap, hasn't it? It's filled that in between when we haven't known what it is we're going to do next, or say next, or be next, or all that other stuff. So you might want to go and take a look at those commandments again. Exodus 20, repeated in the New Testament, of course, by Jesus. And I think that Pat will know better than me, she says. They're in Matthew, I think. Let me see if I can just have a look where they might be. Sure, it's Matthew. They're in the New Testament. Should have had a look at that, shouldn't I, before I came on? English Bible, Message version. Talks about lust in the Message version. Where? I'm trying to get a parallel and I can't get one up. Bless. Yeah, so Matthew 5. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, Matthew 5. It's all there. It's all part of the Sermon on the Mount, all that Sermon on the Mount, and then being salt of the earth, light of the world. Yes, it is. Yeah. So there you go. All good. Oh, God. So have a look at those commandments. See how you're doing for a Sabbath. And if, like me, you need to give that some serious thought, then you might want to go away and do that, might you? Bless you. Focus on God. That's the first commandment. And then we can focus on others. Give yourself a good Sabbath so that you can get and do and be the person that God is creating you. Remember, we're a work in progress, aren't we? So let's do the best we can. Rule of life, to be better than we were yesterday. That's not a bad one to remember, is it? Okay. Stay safe. Still. I found myself in the light of the news I saw yesterday putting my mask on in Tesco's this morning. Probably it's wise, isn't it? So stay safe. Do whatever you need to do to stay safe. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you and all those that you love and care for and maybe still haven't seen at this moment in time. Be a great work in progress. We ask for this blessing in the name of God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. Amen. Thank you, Pat. We are all a work in progress. Indeed, we are. Yeah. Take good care, good people. See you Sunday. Now, remember that Sundays aren't on now until 12. So I'll try and remember to put a little note on the Facebook page. But we're not until 12 because we have to share the love. So we're in church at 10. Of course, you're very welcome in the building. So we're in the church building at 10. And then we're having a cup of tea. We're having a bit of a chat. And then I'll come and do live at 12. So, yeah, you've got choices. But you've got to remember, that, the best way to journey is with others, other Christians, side by side. And we encourage each other to love the Lord our God with all our heart, mind and soul. And we love our neighbour as ourselves. But we have to be there, don't we? We have to be alongside our neighbours, don't we, to do that, to grow and to glow together. Okay. So those of you that are part of Bible study group, I will see you later at 7:30. Good to see you on here, Margaret. Good to see you on here. So tonight we're going to be reading from Mark's Gospel, Mark chapter 10, verses 17 to 29. If you want to join us, if you think, you know what, I'd like to know a bit more about that rich young man, Pat's number is up. She will put her email up as well. You just pop her a message and she'll send you the Zoom link, because for the moment we are still Zooming, hopefully for not too much longer. But if you'd like to join us to learn more about the rich young man, often called the rich young fool, I wonder why that is. Okay, 7:30 on Zoom. Mark's Gospel, the rich young man. We look forward to seeing you. God bless you. Have a great day and stay safe. And keep doing those exercises, Tracy Orty. God bless you, Heather.